Hi, I'm Brook, and I've got a book called Jazz Guitar from Progressive Series. I don't think this is in print anymore, but I learned a lot out of this book, and I had students work through it a long time ago, and then I kind of wanted a copy and found one on eBay, not too expensive. So, but I see others are kind of up there a little bit. So I started a video on this the other day, and I stopped before I got to the dominant seventh chord. I thought that would be fun to maybe pick up today, the dominant seventh chord, or simply a seventh chord. You know, when you say G7 or D7 or A7, E7 or A7 up here. Those are dominant seventh chords. But the way this book is put together, remember it's called Jazz Guitar. Well, I'll just tell you a little bit about it. The chord symbol is a number 7, and the chord formula is a root, third, fifth, and a flatted 7. So a major 7 is going to be the natural 7, like. But a dominant seventh, you flat that 7th. And so we're gonna use a root, third, fifth, and a flatted 7. That's important to remember. Flattened. And the way we're gonna put this shape together is root, flattened 7, a fifth, and a third. So a lot of stuff at the third fret for this G7 I'm making. That's index, middle, ring. Index is on G, middle's on F, ring is on D, pinky's on B on the third string, fourth fret. So that might take you a second or two. It's kind of a strange twist of your wrist, but it gets to be a little easier over time. Index on the root, G, third fret, sixth string, middle, fourth string, third fret, F, ring, third fret, second string, pinky, third string, fourth fret. I hope I said that right. So here, when you strum, buzz, you want to mute the A and high E strings. And if we do the comping, that's where you strum and kind of mute it by relaxing your fretting hand. Hear how you can stop it just by relaxing this hand versus, hitting it here. So if we do some comping on that G7, how's that going for you? So we've got a few exercises here. Exercise 8 is A7, D7, G7, C7, repeat. 4 beats per bar. A7 is at the 5th fret, so you got to know your roots. I always say, there you go. D7, the root is at the 10th fret. G7, 3rd fret root. So the root tells you where to go. C7, 8th fret. I'm going to do them as whole notes. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then it's going to end on C7. So if I do it with a little more timing, 3, 4. Crazy, man. Exercise 10, it's going to be G7, B flat 7, A7, A flat 7. I know what that's going to sound like. I'm going to kind of pluck them like this. Thumb's going to hit the root. These 3 fingers will kind of pick the fretted notes. B flat, A, A flat. Hey, that's pretty cool. So G, B flat, A flat, G. One more time. Well, I'll do whole notes. How's this shape treating you? Kind of free time. You know, before you get too uptight about the timing, make sure your hand can form that chord without, you know, having a panic attack. You can kind of scoop that chord. Kind of scoop into it or scoop down from above. It's kind of, some chords are kind of greasy that way. You can kind of slip and slide them a little bit and they don't sound horrible. Other chords, like minors, sound weird. Now, exercise 10, we're going to combine some of our previous shapes, which you might remember from the previous video. We got G major 7, B flat 6, A7, D7. Again, it's G major 7, not dominant 7th, major 7th. The difference, again, major 7th, dominant 7th. So it's G major 7, B flat 6. That's kind of a strange little shape, which we worked on recently. A7, D7. Not that easy to switch those. If you're new to this, it's pretty fun. But you'll get a good sense of accomplishment if you can learn these shapes. And I don't really understand jazz music. I really have missed out big time on jazz because I'm just a dumb rock and roller. Blues-based rock and roller. I was hired by a church to play for 12 years. That was a few far out chords. I teach kids that are getting ready to join jazz band because they don't have any idea what these chords are, so I can at least get them to know what the chord shapes will look like. Whether or not they practice it, that's up to them. So that's the end of lesson 4. And lesson 5 will be the minor chord. Well, let's pick that up later. So, yeah, I'm working out a jazz guitar from Progressive Series. And you might have noticed I've got a freaky shirt on. This is Surf Zombies, my surf band. The Full Moon Thriller shirt, we call it. It's got this cool car crash in here. Reverberation, tremolo, fuzz. What else does it say? A Full Moon Thriller. Hot rods. What? Featuring. Okay. So it's got all kinds of stuff. We've got a few of these available. We're running low, but yeah, I'll put a link in the video in case you're interested in ordering one. That would help me out a whole bunch. Help the band out. We do sell a lot of these at our shows and online, so we can ship one out to you. All right, well, get practicing on those dominant 7ths, and if you're interested, just take a look for this jazz guitar from Progressive series book. Boy, they have a lot of different titles. It's a reasonable series. It's, some series of books are pretty flaky, but this one's pretty solid. So, all right, get practicing. Thanks for checking out the channel.